On Tuesday the 19th of February, Hawick U18s played Melrose Wasps in a game which would play a huge part in the outcome of the season. Although the Hawick boys showed early on that they were willing to give it their all for the victory, it was Melrose who scored the first points, effectively utilising an unexpected turnover, and despite Bailey Donaldson's and Paul Goldie's efforts, Hawick were behind in the early stages. Melrose weren't in the lead for long though, and when Donaldson hit a gap in their defence, he only had to brush off the fullback to get over the line. Donaldson would then convert to level the scores. Although Hawick fell behind once more after a successful Melrose penalty, the powerhouse that is Andrew Mitchell managed to gain 20 metres despite having many Melrose players in his way. All that was left to do was use the overlap on the stand side, and David Murphy-Clark put Hawick in the lead for the first time in the match. Hawick managed to add another 5 points to their tally just before half-time, when Sam Frizzle went over to give Hawick a 9-point advantage at the break. After a dry spell of points to start the second half, Hawick threatened the try line and looked likely to score until Charlie Welsh's pass to Billy McNeil was well read by one of the Melrose players, who would run the length of the pitch to reduce the deficit to 2 points. Still in control of the match, Hawick looked very threatened with the ball in hand, and after choosing to tap and go with the penalties, Andrew Mitchell forced his way over for Hawick's fourth try. Straight from the restart, Melrose knew they needed to score soon to keep the match alive, but Andrew Mitchell made them pay for a silly handling error, and with Donaldson's conversion successful, Hawick were 16 points in front. Gordon Woolley is another player who has been in fine form this season, and he added to his try count when Ben Scott chose to come blindside with a scrum on the 5-metre line, and despite the Melrose team's best efforts, Gordon Woolley would ground the ball to make it 38-17. With just a few minutes left on the clock, the Hawick lads knew they just had to hold on to the hard-end lead, and although Melrose scored a final consolation try right at the death, the boys were ecstatic when the referee blew for full time, and it was clear to see what it meant for them to get the win.
I just think it comes into it one. To be honest, I think our squad size definitely helps, and there's teams like Gala can't get a team every week, and we have a squad of 22 every week, which is it's a luxury nowadays in rugby. So I think it just comes into how hard we train and the size of the squad really, and the boys won their starting place on the Saturday.
All roads now lead to the Volunteer for a game where, should Hawick beat Peebles, they will lift the Border Semi-Junior League. So get as many people down there as possible and give the future of Hawick Rugby a bumper crowd in their efforts to win the league. But full time on a wet and windy Tuesday night at the Volunteer 3G, it's Hawick U18s 38, Melrose Wasps 24.